Hello, beautiful and brave soul. So you, we are confronting a very deep and dark bully that has been pestering your energy for quite some time. Now, we're going to uncover the external bully, but also the internalized bully, the one that you've put inside of you because the external one basically beat it in there. So we're going to confront some fears and face some truths and really transmute this energy. So if you're ready for some deep healing and some shadow work and some real spiritual growth, I got your back. So I've pulled the Seven of Cups with, like I said, this bully card and the Artist in reverse. So we're confronting a fear around the idea that, and this is funny because I did a reading earlier that you should go watch. And I'm in the same clothes. I don't know. It's the same one from today. Well, I'm posting this tomorrow. Anyways, it's important because I was really picking up on something that I couldn't quite convey, but it was because it was a bigger message. So this is going to be a separate message anyway. Guilt and shame. And this came out. So we're confronting a deep wound where you have been intimidated and put into submission to be a particular way. This is going to revolve around your image, the way you perceive yourself, your attachment to money and power, the way that you go about seduction, the way that you get things for your gifts, skills, and talents. So if it's your skill or your appearance or whatever, however you get what you get, we're going to talk about it because there's something that's been blocking you and confusing you. With the Seven of Cups, it's so confusing. The energy's like, what do I choose? I keep choosing the wrong path. So you're being presented with options, and these options sacrifice our sons. These options were presented to you because the past dictator in your life was under the notion that you were to serve a king, because that's the mentality of the patriarchy of the past. And why would God only have one son? Why are we supposed to sacrifice our sons and worship some one God son? Like there's some weird thing that you're discovering about yourself where religion and the system just pretty much put it inside of you that you were to worship this and beat out of you something that you were truly meant to grow and nurture, something that was supposed to flourish and blossom and bloom for you. 333. So we're going to break this energy down and understand. I'm going to hit some chimes here also to keep the vibration high, keep the frequency where we want it to be, so any low vibrations can just find their way somewhere else. Because, it's succubus landed right on top there, because this did come in the last reading and I did not speak on it because it kind of didn't fit in the message. But I see why it's coming back out. So we're going to also get into the tarot to make it more general, or less general, more specific. But for that to just kind of be on top there with the bully energy, it's like somebody implanted in your mind that your power is your sexuality, is your sensuality. You get things through that. That's how you get, because it's really about your sacral chakra though. 444. So when your foundation was being built, when you were being formed into this wonderful human that you are today, there's a bit of a fragmentation, a part of yourself that instead of lying in your purity or remaining in your true self, you fell into this character, this seduction, this lustful energy where something attached to you, some idea, some thought form, if you like the spiritual concept of an entity attachment, it got inside and it altered your DNA. It changed your code. So you started acting in ways of that code, of that entity, which is why we have NPCs today, why we have non-playable characters. We have a lot of people that are just not conscious because AI behind that is poisoning behind that. AI is, that's what we're heading into singularity, pretty much. It's important to understand. And the point was to program everyone to be an NPC, so you couldn't consciously wake up and activate your superpowers, your spiritual nature, your divinity, your connection to the Most High, your God power, because they wanted you to worship that one sun, that one God, that one. It always was designed to make you look external, okay? So we're not going to do that. We're going to heal internally, because that's what's going on with the womb inside of us, the feminine energy that's coming online. We're allowing feminine energy back into the collective data. So instead of blocking what femininity is, if I can even say the word, instead of blocking it, we're going to embrace it and nourish it so it can flourish. So we don't have to be used as objects, you know? You're not an object. You're not somebody's plaything here to dictate how you are going to function in society. And we're talking about feminine principles and qualities, whether you're male or female. How is that going to be the first card? Because it's a big deal. This is really, really put you in a rough spot. So I assume most people know what the symbol is. I guess I shouldn't, but it's the symbol, to take a pause between life and death. When you're not quite sure that you want to be here, you aren't quite sure that you want to participate in life anymore because it's so overwhelming, it's so much pressure that you would rather eject, restart, or whatever, self-delete. So for that to be the first card, well, we did have the succubus, so it's not quite the first card, but that's deep, because it's almost like this entity was designed to put you into that sort of mindset, that program, sacred place. So your vibration is so high organically that some forces have been sent out to get you into submission to dark forces, because you had such a safe space, a cultivated safe place with God, with your creativity, with your art, your expression. I'm just seeing a little person dancing and playing and floating and just enjoy, the energy of joy. It was just Yahweh, Jehovah, single and separate. Wow. Okay. I can do this. What threats are you afraid of? What type of security are you looking for? And what behaviors will secure this? With Yahweh, it's almost like you could have been brought up religious or have a lot of caretakers maybe that were super religious, I don't know, but in general it has influenced you in a way that really wanted to force you into, because we have these codes in DNA that worship. Let me pull the rest of the cards before I'll get deep in 5 seconds without even pulling cards. Labyrinth. Dear me, don't fall back into old patterns just because they're familiar. And muggles. Yeah, they didn't want you to know you were Harry Potter. They didn't want you to know that you were Frozen or any of the characters. If you're gonna ruin my career, you better get one. Eminem. We bury our unfinished business and we date our unfinished business. If you're gonna ruin my career, you better get one. So some energy outside of you that has no purpose in life other than to criticize you and others. It's like a critic, a criticizing message outside of your mind that has you believing that shame and guilt energy, that very low vibration. If we can keep you in a low vibration, we can continue to take. That way you can't celebrate yourself. You can't have, why would we celebrate you if we can knock you down? Then we can celebrate. I'm seeing Space Jam. Now the monsters took the juice from the players and then they became big monsters. It's like that energy. What can I take from you? How can I manipulate you? How can I push you back into the crowd? I don't want you to stand out. I don't want you to... I don't want you... So, this bully doesn't want you to discover that... They wanted you to look at the labyrinth you're in as impossible to achieve. So as long as you're in a low vibration, you won't strive for the higher. You won't tap into your strength. You'll be weak. And then I can prey on you and take your power from myself. So this could be parents. I mean... It depends on how deep the wound is for you, where it started, where the roots are, because that's how we're going to exercise this. That's how we're going to reveal it. Temperance, the angel, balance, peace, moderation, inner calm, perspective, tranquility. Time heals all wounds, patience. So you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of spiritual work, and you're not really trying to shame or victim or blame others. You don't really have, that's why your vibration is so high, because you're not this bully. You're not that, you don't get off on bullying others, on talking badly about others. You thrive and strive off of creating art, whatever that is. Art is almost everything. Six of Swords, moving away, creating balance and moving away. Escaping ruin, pulling yourself together. Like, you could have been through a whole lot of mind games, manipulation, a lot of your fears that really came true. Discovering those things, that's why we're facing the shadow, because you've chosen to walk away and heal your heart chakra here. Judgment on the bottom. You've been called, you've woken up. You see that people that were supposed to love you and care about you and support you and guide you through life ended up dumping their problems onto your young and naive mind at the time. And then that played out in all of your relationships, and you couldn't figure out why. You couldn't figure out why you just kept running in circles. So you could be currently trying to get out of a situation. You're in transition. You're in transition to stabilize your root chakra because it's been flipped upside down. It's been traumatized. There's a completion. You're done with this. You've moved on. You've evolved. You are finished with this. But there's still lingering energies that we're trying to get out of your body. When you can really understand your story. So I don't know if land before time means anything to you, but as I was getting into your energy before I pushed play, I was singing Land Before Time music. I haven't watched that in years, so, but it was, let's go and run around. It's a beautiful feeling. I finally found a peaceful valley where everyone is having a good time now. So, look, I know, it's like 1995, okay? But because Littlefoot, the main character, dinosaur, was separated from his mother and raised by his grandparents. And all the dinosaurs go through their own trauma, their own traumatic experiences, if they have any. And it's just like, I heard somebody talking. It's over, it's done. I need to hit these chimes. We're really gonna clear this. It was really bothering me that I didn't feel like I got this layer of the previous message out. It was very big and Aquarius and beautiful for sure, but this one's a little bit more personal because you're dealing with an energy that has such a selfish, demeaning, condescending, prideful, arrogant, rigid. And this is a premeditated, like I thought this through type of energy. Somebody with more wisdom and intelligence than you intentionally corrupted you. This is not easy to digest. My Scorpio moon is offended and I want revenge. That's the kind of energy I have towards this character. It's like I will take you out in the most powerful way possible. That's the kind of vibe towards this kind of character. You blocked my vision. You blocked my sight. My phone just flashed. So if something happens, we know what's up. So somebody that, I don't even care if their intention was to save you or to protect you, because sometimes overbearing and overprotective energy can be like that. Like, oh, I want to protect my child, so I put them in a bubble so they can never thrive. It killed your spirit. And when you spoke on that, when you stood up to that, when you expressed how you felt about that, you were met with illusions and confusion, no straight answers. And that's why you chose. You said, no, I got to get out of here. This isn't how things, this isn't honesty. This isn't fair. This isn't balanced. And I'm going to break this curse over, I was going to say over myself, but I've heard over my family. Balance. I'm not operating in anything that's not balanced. If you're not given, I'm not taken. No. Because this has brought me so much unhappiness. It has dimmed my light so much. So, and here's this mofo. We got the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords in reverse. It's so much masculine energy. And this can be channeled through mothers. This can be channeled through feminine or through women as well. But in general, you have this overbearing, controlling type of person that they're good with finances, or they're really smart. They could be a lawyer. They could be a doctor, a business owner, somebody who has their ish together in the material realm, but in their heart space, they're all fucked up, okay? They're all messed up. And when you go to reciprocate, when you go to offer balance, you're met with things of deflection, and that's why they keep dimming your light. The intention is to dim your light. Because the more you shine, the more bright you are, the less... It's so ugly. It's just such an ugly... I'm seeing so many things, but I am seeing a character trying to find their independence, which is you, and this bully, it's an energy, it's a masculine energy that says, no, you are of authority to me, or somebody believes that you need to feed them your energy. This plays out in so many strange ways. It's not very specific. Nobody is more mad than a narcissist that knows they are a narcissist. Rock and roll. Independence. Oil and water. Macy Gray, Las Vegas. Rock and roll, Las Vegas, Macy Gray. Yeah, oil and water. You don't mix. These are not, you don't go together with this energy. So what do you need to do? Because I got so excited. I was so happy in the last reading. 2222. I was so happy in the last reading. It was like we were all about to go kick it. Oh, okay. We were all about to go have fun. And this reading is one layer of what's keeping us from that. Because the more that you believe, your young, naive mind, your inner child, the more that it believes in this truth, the more it keeps you in your shadow and away from your light. So what is blocking them? Cock blocking. Yes. Because listen, in order for this energy, these characters to continue to keep up their facade, they have to cock block. They have to keep you from your blessings. They have to keep you from prosperity and abundance and basic self-care. Why would they let you take care of yourself if that's it's just going to mess up their story? So if they have a story, they have a narrative, and you are showing up as the sun, you're just bright and happy. It's like, well, hold on. I thought they were using you. I thought they were coming, because this artist card in reverse, it's like somebody that's a beggar, somebody who's using pity and victim mentality. So they're basically projecting to others and onto you that you are playing the victim, that you are saying, I need pity, they're trying to say that you need them, and they need that image to be painted to others. So they have to block you when they see you shining, because how could you be doing well if everything they've been saying or planting into your mind is that you're small and insignificant? about that? Why is that card here? Unbothered. Attachment. Yes. So somebody outside of you is using the lure and seduction of materialism against you. So you clearly have some sort of, you're certainly unfazed by, you're not seduced by money. You're not seduced by big and shiny. You're more comfortable with little less, because you know the real riches in life. You understand what rich and wealth means. To be healthy, to be pure, to be free. To be free is a currency. Like, to tell people that you have free time and they don't, they could like want to pull out an artery and like watch you bleed out because they're so jealous. It's just like, there's certain things in this energy that are just like, no, you're not going to think for a second that you're just going to be free, and they really don't like your energy because it's so oil and water to them. It's so I know. I hope I'm making sense. Because I see it, but it's hard to articulate. What is their energy? Help me understand their energy better. They see you have this healing energy, this gentleness, this, oh, come on. Move in silence. Your light irritates their demons. Possessive is really standing out. It's someone that says, I love you, or at least should be in a role that would signify they love you, but clearly they don't. They actually are more obsessed with controlling you and blocking your freedom and blocking you from shining. Because when you shine, they really don't like when you shine. It's really weird. Like, what is wrong with people? Their ego. Hurt ego. Ego getting in the way of relationships. Because if you detach, if you walk away from them, which is of your highest good, it makes them have to face, why would they walk away from me? What's wrong with me? Did I do something? How could they possibly walk away from me? Are these the cards I want? Yeah, let's do it. So we need to get away from this person. Let's see what you need to do. Because the universe is going to support you. The universe is going to... Faith is way stronger than fear. And it is a challenge to get back into faith. Because remember, you were born with it. You trusted the divine when you were born. You trusted your parents to take care of you. You trusted everyone to make sure everything was all right until you were old enough to take care of yourself. And then all the things that were programmed into you decided you from there. And now you're going back like, hold on, something's not right. Flexibility. Adapt slowly by using versatility, compromise, adaptation, and change. Be flexible in your methods. And I saw 2929 there with the octopus. Look at that card, so beautiful. Yeah. We're going to adapt. This is the thing. The universe is going to reward you for elevating your frequency in a way that stands up to this bully. Stand in your faith, in your truth, and your knowing that this person is acting shady and it's not right. It's not right. If you're going to ruin my career, you better get one. You know what I have to say to that with this artist in reverse? It's like you have some creative way that you live or instinctual way that you live. You don't quite do the 9 to 5 or fit in the box as much, or you're at least thinking about it. You're thinking of jumping into your art. You're thinking of jumping into your creativity, and you believe in it, and you really see it as something that will be of benefit to the world. And there's somebody criticizing it and looking down on it and shaming it because they have built their world and their finances and their wealth and logic squares around linear thought processes like a 401k, long-term income, retirement, all the long stuff, the stuff they tell you to do in college and all that. And it's like, how come they just look at you like, how are you this acrobat? How are you savings, pig. I'm actually getting greed from this pig though. It says you always need to put something off for a bad day, create a savings for the future. Of course. We all know that, right? That's like a intellectual no, and then gift. You will discover new talents that will lead to new opportunities. Use opportunities that arise. Look at that pig. With the gift. Octopus, gift, savings. Okay, I'm getting it. So you're going to have a very wise strategy on how to utilize your gifts and talents to build a savings, to build wealth, not greed, not, I think about these really, 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 really wealthy people, and I'm like, how much more money do you need? What's going on? At what point do we put a cap on capitalism? You know what I mean? Like, can we just chill? Why do we have to have so much at the top that's going to fall over? It doesn't work. The tip of the pyramid is smaller than the bottom. It just doesn't work. We have to share the wealth. We have to be a little content with things. And this person's the opposite. They are very stingy and greedy, and wealth is like more important to them than love. So they're just so screwed up in the head that it's just in your best interest to get away from this energy and to move in silence and to trust your intuition, because you have something you're thinking. I would recommend you look up these animal totems with the pig and the octopus. We have a hawk here. Hawks have pristine vision. They see, and they're very fast. Very fast. So getting at it, getting on it, doing what you believe, and getting this person out of your energy, because you're just feeding and fueling their. So I'm being asked to paint you a picture. So I want to sit back. So you know how. Okay, so all is mind, and we believe what we project. And so when you look out, you're creating that, everything you see. It's actually like somehow we're just like this advanced quantum computer that can do that. Can't quite understand it, but all of the data in front of you is based off of your belief and program. So allow reality to respond and adapt with you. If you want to change your environment, change your energy, frequency, and vibration, a lot of it has to do with detaching from the thoughts and emotions we have towards things. So if you think you're not wealthy, if you think you're not talented, if you think you're not good enough, if you feel fear, if you feel obligation, all of these things are going to tell the universe, I'm not worthy of that stuff. I can't have it. Why would the universe give it to me? I'm used to picking the wrong card in the deck. I'm used to losing. I'm not worthy of choosing the right card. But remember, that's all been implanted in your mind. That's not real. It's only real when you believe it. So it's about your belief system and knowing who the heck you are. You know, you're this healer. You're this shapeshifter. Okay? You're this mediator between you and the universe. Or rather, there's this mediator energy between you and the universe where God will be like, look, I got you. Tell the mediator what you want. The mediator's the frequency between the realms. The energy. You're the energy. And it's about hermiting and contemplating and meditating on it and believing it in your heart and your thoughts. So you can remember the little version of you, the inner child that wants to dance and wants to sing and wants to play and wants to be dirty and wants to paint or draw or build or, you know, teach. There's so many things that the inner child would be so excited to be a part of. But now use your adult wisdom and everything you've acquired to remind this inner child that you are still there to support them and you are going to hold their hand. They really need cooperation from you, your inner child. It needs you to cooperate so that you can go through this finish line. It's like that's about the message, but I just want to make sure I've said everything you need to hear. I'm just gonna read something. Okay. I find it fascinating we care about how others look. It's the Aquarius in me. But when I see a strange-looking person, I smile and cheer them on. I love odd people, those who dare to push the boundaries regardless of how anyone feels about them. Rebellion is just as important as energy, as compliance. Sure, there are things we have in our world and belief systems that work, but there are some that need to go. We hold ourselves back. It's funny to me how I can hear nature speaking to me and people think I'm crazy. It's pretty entertaining. Just because you don't hear what I hear or see what I see doesn't mean that I don't. So this is from my book, Scorpio Diaries. I lost my mind to find it because I freaking did. I had a psychotic break years back and ran myself into a psychiatric facility because I was losing my mind. And I wrote this book to really release my trauma and to understand and to process and to compute all that I had went through. And I wrote a lot of poetry and I put it in this book so I could help myself share it with my children and also anyone else that could relate or, you know, going through traumatizing things might want to read this book. It's about traumatizing relationships, basically. So if you're interested in that, that is linked down below. I also do personal readings. That is also in the description. If you go to my website, all the prices are listed there. Just email me. And please leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. If I love reading your comments. They're so amazing. And I appreciate you. And I will see you here again next time. You got this. Thank you.